Pause here, and let me just see if I can give you a bit more blue sky. Really looks tropical, doesn't it, with that banana palm behind me. I'm just going to move the camera a little bit. Sorry about all the adjustment, but I thought I'd scheduled a live stream, and I don't know if this is it or not, but anyway, we're live now on Good Morning Portugal, and it's the second of my Munson's Midday Moments. And in a few minutes, we've already had a church bell go off, and at around midday, we have the bomberos, that's our firefighters, they test their alarm. And I've been using that as my signal to fall still and pause. And I've had a very busy morning, what with one thing and another. A pleasant enough morning. I recorded a really great interview with a chap, a friend of mine called Carl McAdam, who's pioneering some off-grid power generation and storage capability technology. Well, he's put a few bits together that are available in the marketplace, but he's brought them together in a way that I think is really smart and useful, and will be of interest to some of our community. And had a great chat with Sarah Davey of Spartan FX as well, who shared with me this morning, well, she's been here a year, and she's thinking of doing a walk, a Camino style walk from Ponte Lima to Tavira. So she was just talking about that. There's the alarm. And I'm conditioned to hearing that sound, and my body knows it's time to fall still and connect with my senses and my peace and calm, and let go of everything that's gone on this morning as we make our way into the to the bon dia this afternoon. So how about you join me with that? The birds are singing. The birds aren't, I was going to say they're not still. They're probably just perfectly fine being birds. It's us humans, isn't it, that has some question marks over what it is to be a human being. And we get very busy, we get carried away. And I know I've been very busy this morning, and I'm really welcoming this midday moment to just feel the weight of my body on the chair. And I encourage you to do the same if you feel so inspired and moved to have a moment of peace. If you're not driving a car, if you're not flying an airplane or operating heavy machinery or doing something where that will be inappropriate, please take the moment, or take a moment, take this moment to be still and peaceful, and let the cares of the morning go, maybe the cares of the week, maybe just let all of that stuff that builds up in the mind like a mental in tray, just put that to one side for a moment. It'll be there when we come back, no question about that. Living life has its demands and needs wherever you've chosen to be, but that's not to say we can't set it aside for a moment and not let it completely overwhelm us, and just feel free and steady and peaceful for a moment. And wherever we are in the world, come back to the non-geographical, the non-specific, the non-particular, and just be aware of having a body, sat on the chair, play of air on the skin maybe. I'm sat outside, there's a gentle breeze, I'm feeling that, and I can hear the bird song around me. I can hear the cars at the end of my street on a busier road. The sound is rising and falling, and we can just let the world be for a moment as we take a moment and be in this moment together, as a little bit of a pause, as a little bit of a calm, as a little bit of a tranquility and stillness in the midst of all that can go on and how things can become very complicated. Vitally important from time to time to connect with a greater sense of your awareness and consciousness, and let all the little peculiar funny things, particular things that our mind can feed on and create the impression that we're stressed and that we don't have any time, we can let that go. Just like the sound of a vehicle coming and going, you can let it go and enjoy mere simple being for a moment, just for a few moments, sat in your chair without any focused thinking or worry. And a really good way to shift the focus of the mind is away from the troubles and problems and stresses and strains, and put the mind's attention on your body, pressure of the clothes on your skin, sound of the leaves in the breeze. I'm hearing that in my garden here. I can hear the birds singing. And my mind is very good at focusing on things, and it can get carried away, focused on silly things, unuseful things, and get things out of proportion. But it can also be used to just be aware and just keep coming back to that awareness and the peace that can come from that process. Already sat here feeling more relaxed than when I started. What a blessing, what a gift that is to be able to do that at will, at any time we like, even if we don't bother so much. So sending you some of this peace and stillness and easiness, and a reminder that whilst we can focus our minds on all the troubles and difficulties and dramas, we can also focus it on the simple beauty of being alive, and be grateful if we find ourselves in peaceful surroundings. And just revel in that. I can see a little blackbird with his bica amarello on the other side of my neighbour's fence. I can hear the birds singing, see the foliage of the plants just blowing in the breeze. And I'm a different man to the one who started this little segment with you. And it's possible to, in my experience, it's possible to take that peace and stillness and easiness back into the activities where I was engaged and busy before, and take some of the quality of that peace into my interactions from here on in this afternoon. So saying hi to you, Bob. I know Bob is pretty good at tuning into his gratitude and stillness. Good to see you, Bob. And Coach Turner, a little bit of tranquility coaching going on here, Coach. I hope you're well. Just grabbing some lunch before going out for a walk. Beautiful day here in UK, so we're headed to the woods to enjoy nature. Ooh, Mrs. Springtime, huh? Well, have fun in the woods, you two. And a little bit of laughter and levity and lightness really helps as well, doesn't it? It's what on Phil Cooklin's Fill My Cup message this morning, he was talking about the wonder of laughter and how it changes our state and changes situations. So sending you best wishes from Portugal, and ease and joy and peace and tranquility and all those good things, and love. We have a little water feature in the garden that the birds love washing in. How fantastic. Well, there we go. What a lovely convergence of delight we've achieved with our midday moment there. See you again tomorrow for another, and see if you can take this this good peace, goodwill to all men, women, creatures and the earth with you a little bit further on your journey. And we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.